Sul, Simply Shelley here. My goodness, it's been such a long time since I've said that, hasn't it? I hope you've been well. I have been playing Sims a little bit since the last time. Did some building, have done some creative Sims and things, but I haven't done anything with the Sims in Bloom until the last month. And during this time, I have been working hard to get my game up to date. Sadly to say that my Sims in Bloom Rose in the City save file was completely ruined, so completely broken. But I'm really glad that I did keep some backups. So I went to a backup from when she was just a baby and went ahead and played through that save. Unfortunately, I was so focused on updating the save that I didn't think to record it, and I didn't do many screenshots. So there's not a whole lot from her generation, but we'll see more of her because Generation 5 is still at home. So we'll get to see Rose and her family as she is now. She has aged up to an adult. But I thought I would share with you because the rest of the family, because as you know, Daisy and Ned had quite a few children. 9 children. I went through and I counted it up and I couldn't believe how many children they had. And while I was busy playing with Rose, and Lavender, the others felt neglected, and it was kind of sad because they were all just at home all by themselves. So I went ahead and gave them a little bit of backstories and things. So why don't we start off? We're going to be, as you can see, we're in Brindleton Bay, and look at all those lovely green plum bulbs. Those are all the homes of the Sims in Bloom, of the Bloom family. So Daisy and Ned's family have pretty much taken up the whole place. We'll start off, and I get kind of confused as to who's the eldest and who's not because it didn't update quite right, and I wasn't really involved with the Sims for a while. And I had my the family tree. I had put it on the plum bulb family tree thing, and I was going through my emails and realized that had shut down. So I don't even have access. I didn't see the email, so I didn't update it. So I can't remember exactly who's who, but I don't think it really matters. We're going to go ahead and we'll start off because one of the first ones married was I'm pretty sure it was this family. So it was Blossom, because that is the second in line to second eldest. So Blossom married Noah Kane, and they bought a duplex in Brindleton Bay where they raised their 3 children. Now, the next generation, Dahlia and her husband Freddie Hinton, are carrying on their legacy. It's a rocky relationship, though, and daughter Erica envies her cousins, whom she thinks has it easy. So we have, I guess I'll show here because this is the Gen 3. These are the ones who are still alive. Should have started off here. And so Daisy's grandson, Cole, and his wife, Morgan Park, have lived a good life. They were not blessed with children, but Cole lived his dreams as a country caretaker, and Morgan reached the summit of Mount Komorebi. After retiring, they moved back to Brindleton Bay and brought property with his sisters, Coral and Callie, and her husband, Anthony Morales. And their cousin Celandrine, husband is Kurt Lumberjackson, and this is their forever home. So I'll go ahead, and I guess that makes sense because Blossom, I'm very sad, but Blossom, Noah, Kane, that's all the Gen 2. That would be the Buttercup generation. They have all passed on because we're now in Generation 5. So these are their children. So we have Callie, and she married Anthony Morales. And so what I did when I went ahead and I just chose some of the Sims that I had kind of updated that were Maxie's Sims. So that's who you'll see, Anthony Morales, and he's from, I think, the Dream Home Decorator. So they did really well. And this is their daughter. This is their daughter, Dahlia. And you will notice, probably, and the way it made most sense for me is each generation all has the same letter. So the B was Buttercup, and there's Blossom, and they're all B's. The next generation, except for Lavender, the Lavender generation is all C's. The Rose generation is all D's, and we are into the Forget-Me-Not generation, which is all E's. So it just makes it easy. I can look and see, keep track. So we have Callie, excuse me, and then we have her brother Cole. So they're twins, and Cole became the country caretaker, and he married Morgan Park. And then, let's see. Wait, where do we have? I'm getting confused. And then their cousin Celandrine is actually part of, oh, I'm getting confused. Hold on. I have it all written down. She is Begonia's daughter. So Begonia is one of the younger ones. This is Celandrine, and she married Kurt Lumberjackson. Look at him. He still looks pretty good, I think. I wish I'd taken pictures when they were younger, but I didn't. Anyway, and then this is their youngest sister, because the two were twins. This is their youngest sister, Coral. And as you can see, I do have base mental in. I just use it because I think it'd be kind of fun to have the, I don't know. I just have it in the game. I think it's kind of fun. So, I don't really play with it, but I do like the straight edge, and so they don't use alcohol or other recreational things. So, and I have it set pretty, the settings are pretty strict. So, yeah, although I don't know. As I said, I don't really play with it, but it just kind of adds some depth. I think I like that it has some realism to it. So anyway, Coral is a medical doctor, I think, or a scientist. I think she's a scientist, and she never married, and she did live at home with in the duplexes with her sibling. Excuse me, Callie, and she was a very devoted aunt. So these are all living here right next to the beach, and they can take nice long walks on the beach. And so then that is, this is Blossoms. So these, oops, sorry, wrong one here. Here are the Blossoms. So that's this family. And I figure they have a little drama to them. Erica, you can see she wants to be a mansion baron. She's good, but she's also hot-headed. And that's just what happened when she aged up. So she is envious of her other cousins because she thinks that they all have better lives than she does. She's kind of in this dumpy little duplex. It's not the best thing, but she wants to be rich. So we're going to go over here, and if you remember, this is the Bloom Dreamer family. You're saying, what? Yes, this is Luna. This was the Villarreal, Luna. So Basil and Luna, if you remember that, Basil and Luna's daughter, Camellia, loves living in the home that Granny Daisy and Grandpa Ned used to live in. She and Dirk Dreamer raised their children here, and they hope their daughter Daphne will do the same, if she ever has children, that is. Their youngest daughter Deme lives across the street, and that's just fine with Camellia. So this was so sad when I went to play this family after a while. I was just heartbroken because Basil passed away, and then Luna passed away right afterwards. It was just so sad for me. But that's what happened. So they're there, and she looks so much older. We saw her as a little girl, but that's okay. She married Dirk Dreamer, and so in my lore, Dirk met Basil because Basil was in the tech industry. It's kind of famous. So this is kind of a famous family. This is their daughter Daphne, and she wants to be a chief of medicine. You can see I have some custom traits here, and she's unflirty, and she's a geek, and eventually we'll see what happened, but I think she could have a science baby. I think that would be fun. So her sister, whom we didn't meet, is Deme, and she married Scrubs to Reeve, and he's a medical doctor, so that's how they met. And then they have a son whose name is Elm. So let's see, it says, Deme loves everything about Brindleton Bay and moved across the street when she and Dr. Scrubs to Reeve married. Scrubs loves being close to his in-laws and working with his sister-in-law. While daughter Ira has moved to the arts district in San Myshuno, son Elm can't imagine ever leaving Brindleton Bay and the town beloved by his legendary great-great-grandparents. It's hard to believe, but Daisy and Ned are great-great-grandparents now. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll move over here. This is still in the Sable Square. And so this lot, really sad, the Sable Cottage, it seems to be glitched. I was having really horrible time with it, so it's going to stay empty. I think this is because of the for rent update. I have no idea. But so we have, this is the Bloom-Meyer family. So this is Brioni, and if you remember, she's one of the younger ones. She raised her close-knit family while working at rainy day games and supporting her husband Noah's career as a comedian. And this is Noah Meyer. He's one of those, I think, 2014 or 2016 Sims. But their kids, Cypress and Carter, were successful in their own careers but never left home. So here's Brioni, and I love the outfits that she was wearing because it just fit her. She looks so old, it's sad. And this is Noah, and he reached the top of the comedian career. And this is their youngest son, Carter. And so he is just kind of like his mom and like his great grandpa, Ned. He's the computer whiz, and he's a geek, and he's a genius. And he's also shy. And this is their elder son or elder child, Cypress Bloom-Meyer. And they're a master mixologist, a goofball, love coffee, lot of pop tubs. And this is how the game aged Cypress up. And I just loved it. I loved the way they look. You can really see Noah in them. So they're fun and just outgoing, and they're in this home. This is where they live. So probably neither of them seems to be interested in getting married or having a family. So sadly, this line will probably just end with them. And we will move to, the last one, not last one, penultimate is the Bloom Family Farmers. And this is the family home of Ned and Daisy and Ned Bloom. And this farm will be kept in the family for generations to come. So we have Briar, and I think she was the youngest. I'm not sure. Either she or her brother. Anyway, he's not here. They were possibly the youngest. I think she is the youngest. So she became a chef, and she married Case and Henry. And they had a daughter named Carnation. And Carnation wanted the country caretaker, loves the outdoors. She's warm-hearted and an animal enthusiast. And she married Sebastian Santos. And I did change his characteristics. I think he was like chief of mischief or something. So I made him the soulmate. He's still a goofball. And so they're just, they're pretty fun. They love farming, and they still take care of everything. And they had a daughter, Delphinium, and she is carrying everything on. So she's a freelance botanist, just like her great grandma. Loves the outdoors. She's handy like her great grandpa. And she married Gene Barnes. And Gene is from way long time ago, the movie Hangout Pack. So they don't have kids yet, but hopefully they will. And then there's our Aunt Brooke has moved home. So this is Brooke. She loves horses, and she's a best-selling author, and she just basically never left home. So that's how that is. And then we'll go over to, let's see, I think we did did we do the Bloom Veterinary Clinic? So the Bloom family has been sharing their love of animals and caring for the pets of Brindleton Bay for 3 generations. And that is, oh, sorry, she's gone. So her mom has passed on, I think. So I'm trying to remember. Let me hold on just a moment. This is Danica. And so Danica is the daughter, that's right, daughter of Cylindrin and Kurt Lumberjackson. And they moved in over here. So that's a generation 3. So she married Marco Russo, who's a painter. And their daughter is Avante. And so Avante will be taking on the veterinary business because I really want to keep that going. And we still have 5 more generations left. So I still think it's nice if it's the Bloom Family Veterinary, Brindleton Bay. And let's see. We will go to, I guess now is a good time. I think, no, actually, I'll do it later. So this is a huge lot. I changed this lot. And might as well tell you, it's hometown hero, scientist to military agent Ned Whalen fell in love with Daisy Bloom, and it was love at first sight for her as well. Parents to Buttercup, Blossom, Basil, Brook, Birch, Begonia, Bryony, Briar, and Bay. Grandparents to 11 and maybe more, and great-grandparents to 9 and counting. They lived a long and happy life. Now their children are gathered together to enjoy the afterlife while the Sims and Bloom legacy continues. And so what I did was I changed the slot, and I changed the MC Command Center to a lot of people to move in. And so what happened was when I was playing, when they would pass away, I went ahead and changed them back to be married because it does away with that. So I liked them. I figured they could be married forever. So we have, and they're all in different orders. So we have Daisy here, and look at her. She looks so sweet still, I think. And where's Ned? Here's Ned, and there's Ned. And then they have, here's poor Birch. He was one of the first ones to go. It was so sad, Birch. And then Olive passed on also. And then Noah And where is she? Blossom. There's Blossom. Look at her. She still looks very stylish, I think. And then there's Luna. And where is he? Basil. And that was so sad. Look at him. I think they all look pretty good. And then we did Noah. And then here's Bay, which I didn't get a chance to say. Bay became an expert winemaker. And Bay married Hunter Evans. Wait, no. Did May? I think so. I'm hoping that's right. Who's a friend of the world. So, of course, they didn't adopt any children. So their line has kind of, that's it, ends with them. But that's okay. And then we have Begonia. And I'm hoping I did this right. And I think that's everything. Is that everybody? Birch, Bloom, Noah, Bay, Luna, Daisy, Begonia. But, oh, yes, that's right. That's right. I couldn't remember. See, it's been a bit. So Begonia, we don't know who the dad is, but her Celandrine, and I'm hoping I'm saying that name right. Celandrine is her daughter, and so she is the great grandma. Is that right? To these. So let me hold on. I have to look back here to Danica and Marco. Yeah. So, and the great grandma to Evanthine, and this is their grandma. So that's how it is. So we have this lot here, and then as they pass on, I will continue to add them using MC Command Center, and I might go visit the cemetery, but it's really nice. They have, I kind of downloaded a lot. It was the neighborhood save. I really liked it. It was in Willow Creek, and so I changed it and I added it to this big thing. As you can see, there's the telescope over there. There's a fishing pond. There's all kinds of activities for them to do, and I am putting their accomplishments in there. So I have a couple mods. One's from Ravishing and MC Command Center, and I can't remember, but it's enabling me to do that. So let's head on over to Evergreen Harbor right here, and we'll see who's left. So this is where Basil was, and I'm not saying Basil. This is Birch. So the talented but perpetually stressed Tina Tinker was a very successful freelance crafter who convinced her spouse, Yasmin, to move to Conifer Station with their daughter, Olive. Olive married Birch and raised Clementine, who then married Jax Rivera. They raised Dale and Dahlia. Dahlia joined the military, married Tank Grunt, and lives in Strangerville. So now it's up to Dale to raise the next generation of Bloom Tinkers in Evergreen Harbor. And so this is their daughter, Clementine, and we last saw her. She was a little girl. I think she aged up really nicely. She is an elder, but her hair hasn't turned totally gray. Here's Jax Rivera. He's a sim I actually made for Jungle Adventure, I believe. And then this is their son, Dale. And he likes fishing. He's a goofball. He loves the outdoors. And he married Felicia Byers. I know. It's hard to believe, but they do get along really well. They complement each other, and she has been working on this but I think this house looks horrible. But she's been redecorating it and redoing it. And their son is Elton, and so he wants to be a Lord of the Knits. He's good and outgoing. So we'll see them, and then we'll go over here, and we're going to catch up on Lavender a little bit. Here's Lavender, and I guess we should read this. So Daisy's granddaughter Lavender moved to Evergreen Harbor and created the life she loved with her high school sweetheart, Gideon Harris. Eldest daughter Rose moved to the city, while daughter Daisy remained at home. Their grandson Ephraim never wants to leave the harbor, the place Lavender and Gideon lovingly made home. And if you can see, I think it shows, doesn't it show the, so does it show the, so see, look at, this is all beautiful. This is all nice and green. This is still industrial, and this is neutral. So they really had an impact in where they lived. So that's really neat. And their home is pretty much the same. So here's Lavender. I think she just looks so gorgeous. And here's Gideon. And then this is a surprise. They had a daughter, Daisy. I named her Daisy after Grandma Daisy, and she wants to be a freelance botanist. She loves the outdoors. She's also a maker, like her dad and her mom loves doing that, and she's family oriented. And she married Errol Dowd. I think he looks really good. So he is a musical genius. And if you know this, remember Lavender? I don't know if you remember, Lavender loves playing the violin. So the two of them have that in common. He's a bit erratic. That's okay. He's a musical genius, and he's a romantic. And this is their son, Ephraim Bloom Dowd. I love this hairstyle. I think it looks really good. He wants to be a musical genius, and he loves music, and he is a puzzle lover. And the puzzle lover is from Kara Sims 4. So a lot of my custom traits are from Kara Sims 4 mods, and she has amazing custom traits, custom aspirations, and custom careers. So here they are living happily, and you can tell they're getting on in years, which is a little sad, but that's how it goes. We're going to head on over to Strangerville here, and let's see the blooms of Strangerville. So Dahlia grew up in Evergreen Harbor, surrounded by family, but her dream was to join the military. Now based at Strangerville National Base, she's worked her way up the chain of command. She and Tank are raising their family to be disciplined members of society, but they enjoy incorporating the close-knit, loving style of the Bloom family. So here's Dahlia. I think she's one of my favorites. She wants to be a military hero. And of course, this is that straight edge, no alcohol in their home. They're very strict parents, or they have been. And here's Tank, good old Tank Grunt. I took off his face paint. He got a little update. His dad and brother and their family's living over here. You can see they're the only ones in Strangerville because everybody else passed on. But I'm not really planning on playing here. But anyway, they have had a daughter, Echo, and she has the curator aspiration. And she's a genius, loves the outdoors, and is active. And she married Elena Ocampo, and Elena is one of the Sims that I created when high school years came out. So I created a home for her, and she loves plants. She's a plant mama, but she wants to be a country caretaker. So my thought is eventually the two of them, they're still living at home, and they're saving up till they can buy their own property, and they'll probably move over to Henford on Bagley. And this is their son, not their son, this is Dahlia's and Tank's son, Even. And did you know that's really a nature name? I thought that's kind of cool. So here he is, he's a teen, and he is goal-oriented, he's an overachiever, and he's a straight edge because that's how their family is. And I just want to show you their home because I'm really proud of the way it looks. So this is their home right here. And as you can see, it's still kind of shotgun style, but I did add on to it. And they have the, from her grandparents, the love of making sure they're conservationists. Okay, all my things are popping up here. And so this is their home. I had fun doing it. And so this is the red generation. So this is... who is this? I'm sorry. I just forgot her name. Anyway, so this is the parents' room. They have, see, they're in the military career in their bathroom. And I put that in. I thought that was kind of fun. And this is Evan's room. And here's Echo and Elena's room. Just very basic bathroom. And then this was the child room, just in case. And their kitchen, I expanded it out, as you can see. And then we'll go here. Here's the living room. We had so many new kits since I played, and I love this. This is the Basement Treasures. Isn't that cool? And the Book Nook kit. And then look at, I'm so proud of them. This is Tank's, and this is Dahlia's. Look at all the awards. So I'm very pleased. And I put the Strangerville pictures. So I wanted it to kind of seem like maybe it is off-base housing, but not super phenomenal, like those trees in the way. Just a little backyard, and that's it. So this is, because of the save I used, it's not my save, so I don't have all my renovated lots, but I'm really pleased with it. I'm happy with the way it came out. We're now in San Myshuno, and you can see there are a couple of households here. Over here in the Culpeper apartments are the Bloom Dreamer Cholevas, and I'm pretty sure that Dimitrios Cholevas, think that's Henford Hen. I'll try to remember. He's on the gallery. I saw him. I was on X, and I was like, oh, he's perfect for Ira. So Ira grew up in a loving family in the home that belonged to her great-grandparents. While at Ubright, she met Demetrios, and the two married and moved to San Myshuno. They loved the excitement of the city and planned to raise their family here. So you can see I haven't done anything with the apartments, just the basic apartment here, but it's a nice big one. And he is a painter extraordinaire. He is creative. He's an art lover, and he's loyal. And she is also a painter extraordinaire. That's her aspiration. She's an art ho. She's creative, and she's an art lover. So they get along really well. And I like to think that Basil and Luna would be so proud of their granddaughter. So she's in the big city. And I guess I'll show you. Do I have them? Yeah. So here's Penny Pizzazz. And she is the source of the coolest happenings and latest trends in San Myshuno. And you may be like, why am I telling you this? Well, this is one of Rose's best friends, and she's also her client. So, and then the neighbors and friends. These are Rose's friends. There's Monroe, and these are all ones that I have downloaded from other people, and I'll try to remember to put them in. But if you want to know who they are, I don't remember if this is BBY Gal. Might be. I think I'm saying their name wrong. But Monroe Rose, Audra Dean, Nadia Pierce, Bryn Flores, and then we have Ashton West and Aaron Weber, and I redid these Sims. So these are her clients, and they're all very well off. That's for Rose. So you can kind of see the life she's leading. And we'll head on over to Rose's penthouse. I guess I should show you. Where is it? Oh, here. I'm going to show you Rose's apartment. This is where she moved. And this is where they had till their family grew too big. This is where she was, you'll see in the thing when she was expecting her daughter. This is her apartment. It's so beautiful. It's all black and red and white, very modern, very different from what she grew up with. We'll go here and see how it looks. So this is an apartment that I downloaded, and I just changed everything to be black and white. And so here it is. And there's her little, isn't that gorgeous, with her little walk-in closet there, and their bathroom, just that view. And so Rose and her husband Clint, Clint is a sim that I made. I'm pretty sure I made him. And this is where they moved while they were working their way up. And I never did anything. They never have any animals. But so this is their apartment. It's a really fun apartment. If I can remember to link it or let me know, I'll tell you. It fits perfectly here. And the colors they're not all black and white. I can't remember. I think they're just neutrals. But it was really nicely done. Very nicely done. So that's where they lived. But this is their beautiful penthouse. So that is all of my updates for my households. And you can see, look at how many. There are so many of them. Of course, will be taking place. We're going to finish it in San Myshuno. And then we are going to be moving to Del Sol Valley. And Del Sol Valley will have some new lots in it and some new households. You can see there's nobody in here now. Okay, we're going to be meeting a whole new cast of characters. So I hope you enjoyed this catch up of everything that's been going on, and we're really now going to be focusing on Generation 5, the Forget-Me-Not generation, with the heir, and I guess I can tell you her name. Her name is Eaton, and her brother is Ember. And then they have the cousins Efren, Erica, Echo, who's married to Elena Campo, Evan, Elton, Avante, Ira, who's married to Demetrios, and Elm. So we'll still kind of see that generation of the Bloom family. Eaton is not as connected with them because she's been living in San Myshuno, so she's not in that Brindleton Bay or Evergreen Harbor. But they did get together for holidays, and so I think that'll be nice. So thanks so much if you have stayed through this whole video. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to this next season, and my gameplay I've noticed has kind of changed a little bit. You can see my style has changed, and I want this one to be, there's going to be a lot of drama. I know there's going to be, because of the requirements of this generation, which I will put that up here so you can read through. So Eaton is going to have an interesting life. There's going to be, as I said, I know there's going to be drama with her. I'm hoping that Get Famous will work. Hopefully, keep my fingers crossed. And I think it'll be fun. And we have so many more game features that have been introduced. And also there's some really amazing mods that we didn't have a year ago. So I'm excited to play with that. And I did see today on X that 2 new packs are dropping. So I think they'll be fun to, they're kits. Actually, they'll be fun to incorporate. And I just want to thank you for watching this. If you are new to the series, welcome. I hope you will take some time and go back and see the earlier videos. And I am going to be working on just creating higher quality content for you, working on my editing and all of that. So until the next time, I hope you have a Simtastic day. Take care. Dag dag.